Hola, hola, Adriana, your key to Florida, and welcome to another episode of Finance Friday. Today I have my special guest with me, Esperanza Abgar from Prime Lending,
Hello, welcome everyone.
and we have a special guest today that will be joining us for multiple sessions. Please welcome Matt Carpenter from 360 Credit Consulting.
Hey everyone, good to have you guys. I appreciate you guys having me on today.
So welcome. Today we are very excited about our topic, which is credit awareness. And our credit expert, Matt, is going to talk to us a little bit about it. So Matt, earlier we were all discussing how important and how critical it is this time to take care of your credit. You want to tell us a little bit about your outlook on all of this?
Yeah, the way I see it as a credit expert and talking to clients every single day, that this pandemic really has put life on pause, if you think about it. So a lot of our normal routines, our normal spending habits, we're not having as much. Most of the places that we spend money are actually closed. So this is a good option that we can start focusing on our finances, that we can maybe start putting some things away. But more importantly, working on credit is important right now because of the lack of labor force in my industry. So what I do for a living is requesting information by law under what's known as the Fair Credit Reporting Act. And this is just challenging information that's negative on your credit report that's causing point loss. Well, under that act, the bureaus have 30 days to respond to what I'm requesting. Well, with a lack of labor, they're not responding to my investigations, which a lot of information is being removed from people's credit reports, and we're having double the amount of points that we usually get. So we see it as a perfect time to start working on your credit. I know that it is a thick storm. Out there, it is a bad storm, and it's going to continue to get a little bit worse. But you got to remember, we are going to bounce back. The storm will pass, so we want to make sure that we're going to take advantage of this time frame to really better ourselves, and we're trying to find the best way to do that. So I think keeping your finances in mind is the most important way.
Absolutely. I think you touch on some critical points. The fact that we are home, it's a great time to save some money from going out from restaurants, spending out, but especially utilizing our time to educate and learn more about what are the priorities, what are some of the key priorities that they should be focusing on during this time. And you were mentioning a few things that they can do right now.
I think saving is a big one. Knowing your payments, knowing exactly what you have to pay for, and then lastly, making sure that your credit awareness or this education really sits in. We're going to be covering a lot of information that is going to be very useful to every citizen out there. So through this time frame, I think education is power, and really starting to use that. So focusing on saving money, that's our first step. We're not out there spending. We're not, we're doing a lot more cooking from home, surprisingly, so this is a good way that we can learn, hey, keep these habits. But keep in mind, right now is a great time to form some good habits financially. So I think that and paying down credit card debt could be very crucial to bettering your credit score right now. Focusing on finances where you usually put money on yourself, let's try to put it toward that debt so we can put ourselves in a good standpoint. One big major point I want to make, especially if you're looking to purchase a home, in the next 6 to 12 months, right now, we're going through a storm. We're kind of just going down, right? Well, when this storm passes, we're going to have a unique time frame in history where we're going to have the lowest rates out there. Meaning you may purchase a home and have a mortgage rate you never touch, which is so unique. Well, there's only going to be a unique time frame that you can take advantage of this. So if you kind of sit around during this time frame and not take advantage of bettering yourselves, you're going to be behind the curve when this curve does come. However, when that curve presents itself, we want to make sure that each and every one of you guys are in a position to take advantage of it. And that's our whole point today, is to really be a resource of information for you.
Absolutely. Always look at the positive things, right, that we can take out from this time. And that's definitely one of them. Preparing yourself so when the rainbow comes after the storm, you're ready to jump right in and take advantages of the low rates and the inventory that we will have available.
Exactly. Now,
Absolutely.
one thing I do want to touch on is a great way to track your credit scores. From a mortgage standpoint, I want to bring Esperanza on and see what you're seeing in the mortgage industry as far as credit scores right now, and what they should be looking for when looking to prep for purchasing.
Sure. So, Matt, that's a great question because a lot of people want to know what credit score do I need to be able to get a mortgage. So, usually, if you want to get an FHA loan, you can have a credit score for 580. However, that's really not going to get you the best rate. It's not going to get you the best loan, etc. So what we really would like to see in someone's credit score, it's a minimum, absolute minimum of a 640. That would get you a good rate and a good program. However, if you really want to take advantage of all of the programs available to you, we really, really would like to see your credit score over 700. That's really when you're going to see the best interest rate possible and the best programs available. Now, I know that we were discussing a little bit earlier some of the programs that are out there. So what do you think about Credit Karma and some of those other programs that can tell people where they are today?
Well, with Credit Karma, I see it as a great way. It's a free tool out there to know what your credit score is doing. It's a good understanding, awareness, right? Well, some confusion, a lot of consumers see that credit score as the only credit score out there for them, and that they can go use that to go purchase a car or purchase a home. Now, what Credit Karma is doing is they're creating a score that gives consumer confidence. So it's less risk. Now, keep in mind, what we're going to learn through this time frame of credit is that your credit score is the likelihood that you could borrow money and pay it back, right? There's a parameter or a score set. The higher it is, the more likely I feel comfortable lending you money because you're going to pay it back, right? Well, with Credit Karma, a lot of the risks associated with those judging of lending algorithms or models, they are not issued with Credit Karma. So I just want to make sure that everyone's clear that Credit Karma makes you aware. It's an elementary tool that helps you know what's going on with your credit, but don't rely on it when it comes to shopping for a home or shopping for a car, because that score will vary.
Yeah, but it will give them at least an idea of where they stand today. A lot of people have no idea what their credit score is. Credit Karma would give them an idea, where do I start? Where, what does it look like? What is reporting negatively on my credit? So
Correct.
It is a good tool to use. It's very basic. So thanks for clarifying that. But at least it will give it an idea where.
Exactly, and it is free. So please take advantage of that. So, no awareness is the worst type of awareness.
Yes. For sure.
No, and it's a great place to start. Go right now. When was the last time you checked your credit? Even if you are aware of what it was, make sure you have that point A of starting and utilize these sessions that we're going to have with different tips and information for you to really build up that credit and know where you want to end. Set yourself a goal of where you want to end in the next month or two, so you can actually go and purchase that home that you so badly want, right?
Well, with that, I appreciate you guys having me on. I know that what we're excited to bring you guys is really the next 4 to 6 weeks of just talking credit. We're going to give you the ins and outs. We're going to give you some awesome tips and tools that you're going to be able to increase your credit score with no money down. So please stay in touch. We want to know more from you guys. There's no better way to get a good understanding of what help you guys need than you guys voicing it. So please let me know your questions, maybe situations you have. We're going to be able to address a lot of these good questions and be able to educate everybody based off of them. If you have a question, more than likely somebody else out there has that same question. So don't be shy.
Very true. So comment on here, like it, share it. Sharing is caring, and right now, no better way to empower yourself than with education in such a critical time. So thank you for joining us. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Esperanza. Comment on here, again, share, and feel free to contact me for more information. Adriana Alvarez at 917-691-4348 or at Adriana, your key to Florida.